Oh, I gotta have some light. Gotta have some light. Gotta have some light.
There is not many people deliver their babies.
That's my daughter. Excuse her. She said she wasn't gonna be on my live. Can you talk to the grass man? See if he cut the grass. Here, that's him. Tell him I'm unavailable. Anyway, guys, just hold that thought.
Hello. 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 Yes, I can hear you. This is her daughter. She's currently busy right now. Yeah, she's currently busy right now. She told me to answer the phone for her and see if you had got the grass cut yet or not. You'll do it tomorrow, you said? Okay.
You don't know about that else. Anyway, guys, she's checking on my grass in Tennessee.
Okay.
Where the church and the property is getting fixed. And that's my grass man. And we was just checking.
He said that he'll cut it tomorrow early in the morning for his first yard because he just got your text an hour ago.
Okay.
And he said that about the estimates with the other dude that he's gonna call you. The dude's gonna call you.
Okay. Well, hey guys, hey, I'm back. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a while, but listen, I usually don't get on unless I feel something, and I hadn't felt no reason to get on. I hadn't had anything that downloaded or came in my spirit or something I felt like was necessary, but now I got something at the last minute. It's absolutely necessary. But first of all, I want to tell you how busy I've been. I've been really, really busy helping. I'm getting my nonprofit established this month. I'm doing it, matter of fact, tomorrow because I incorporate businesses. So I'm going to incorporate my own. I already have two, but this is a third, and everybody should have different streams of income. Well, I do taxes. I'm not a CPA. I do business stimulus for small businesses. You name it, I do it. And I have a networking and entrepreneurs group called WATW. And it's going to be official. And it's going to have its own EIN as of today because I incorporate businesses and I'm going to do my own. I usually just do it. I've got a catalog coming up. I've got where you can get your radio interview, a YouTube radio interview, and all of it for a small cost. But I'm not here to talk about that. Guess what? Okay. Let me get situated because this is some stuff. Guess what? Watched the Red Table Talk with Will and Jada Smith. And I do have some conversation because I believe they were put on the spot by social media and certain people like maybe Successful Ladies Live. I'm sure she might have talked about them. And other people have put them on the spot. And I had talked about August Alsina. And see, that's how that came up with Successful Ladies Live. She tried to have a live saying, do you believe August Alsina? Now, I'm not one for gossip, but I do have to make comment because I did see the August Alsina interview. In the August Alsina interview, he said that Will Smith had given him his blessing. And in the August Alsina interview, he said that he had a relationship or he had learned what love is being involved with Jada Pinkett-Smith. And I felt kind of like he was put on the spot or put in a position to speak his truth, and he did, and I commend him on that. 100%. He said his integrity mattered. I'm a person of integrity. I know what integrity is. I fight for my integrity. I go all the way the 9, 10 yards to straighten my integrity up. If somebody's trying to mess my integrity up or say false things about me, I do that. So I do understand his position. So I am 100% behind him, even though a lot of people in social media said, how come he talked about it? It wasn't everybody's business. Well, he didn't try to talk about it. Well, then again, maybe he did, because he did put it in his songs. But that was something he experienced. And the problem is, when he put it in his song, he shouldn't have named any names. Now, I do have a problem with that. So 89% I'm with August Alsina, and the other 11% I am not with him. You thought I was going to say I'm with Jada. No, I'm not with them at all. I'm saying August Alsina by himself. I'm with him 89%, 11%. I am not with him because he did kind of hint around to having a relationship with her, and he kind of people drawn in with the hint. So that being said, it put, apparently they felt like the Smiths that they were on the spot, and what they did was say that they can cover it up, saying they didn't lie about it because they didn't answer the question. We don't know if their publicist answered for them. We don't know if it was them just not answering, having the publicist answer so they can say, well, it wasn't me, like they did on Red Table Talk. Or maybe they did not answer at all, and somebody answered for them without their permission. Now, allegedly, they didn't answer. But what I'm saying is, even though allegedly they didn't answer, he said he got the blessing from Will Smith, and the blessing was, yes, go ahead, she's all game. Now, I personally believe that Will Smith did give him the go ahead. I don't know if you want to call it a blessing, so technically he can say he didn't give his blessing. But if it's a go ahead, it may be a different word he uses for giving his blessing. So, I know in the world that I live in, men have done that. They have said, here, bro, you can have her, or you can talk to her. I'm going to leave her alone. I'm done with her. And they get the permission of the other person because they don't want to cross their friends. They don't want to cross their friends if they're close friends. Or maybe Will Smith was in a position where he was not in the marriage. And so he said, she's all game, just to see what she would do. Men do that too, just to see how a woman is going to respond. Is she going to go for the bait, or is she going to turn it down? So, egg in his face, if he did do that and said, go ahead, man, then egg in his face, she went for the bait, and it hurt him deeply. He said it hurt him deeply. And he said that he was upset with her for a period of time because she did that. Now, he shouldn't have took his chances if he did say it. And August Alsina took his opportunity and called his bluff. Any man would have taken their opportunity, because Jada Pinkett-Smith is not a bad-looking woman, and she is a woman, and she is a woman and a Christian, and I talked about that. But putting a woman together with the Christian, you still have that flesh, which is that woman. And in one of my videos, I talked about that. So, that being said, I wanted to say this. I was very disappointed in the video that Will and Jada did. Because first of all, keeping it real. Now, I've just given you a scenario and a background and a foundation. Okay, just keeping it really real with you. Jada said she was in an entanglement. She didn't want to mention that it was a relationship. Man, if you're going to go on Red Table Talk, Jada, and I subscribe to you, you're my girl. But if you're going to go on Red Table Talk, you got to keep it 100% real, 100. You already said, I'm going to go on Red Table Talk and tell my truth. If you're going to say you're involved in any kind of way, you need to come with it straight, because we're already looking at it shady now. We're looking at it shady because you didn't come right out. You called it an entanglement. Will Smith had to help you and say relationship. And you went on and said, yeah, okay. You still didn't really call it a relationship. And that's not really keeping and putting your truth out there. And then through the whole interview, I wanted to cut it off, but my daughter said, no, Mom, listen to the whole thing. Man, I wanted to cut it off, the whole interview. Well, check this out. In the whole interview, you guys started talking about how it made your marriage better, how it showed you unconditional love. You started making it a teaching moment. I got to say, strike 3, you're out. Bottom line. I just got to say, Jada, you had all that opportunity, you and Will Smith. If you're going to get on there and speak your truth and put it out there a little bit, you look really bad not putting it all on the table for real, because really it's on the table. And you just saying you're going to come and speak your truth and say anything about it lets us know it is on the table. So what you did was laid it on the table, act like that big saucer wasn't there or that big plate wasn't there, scooted around it, talked about your 25 years of marriage and how Will Smith learned unconditional love. You knew when you learned what it meant to have a man love you unconditionally. Y'all ride or die. And this is how other marriages go through the same thing. And you made it a teaching moment when you should have did a 3-part series, and you should have made that teaching moment the last part. The first 2 parts, you should have told your truth, and you should have talked seriously about how specifically deep the relationship was and how you came back from it. And then the 3rd part talked about the teaching moment, because we didn't learn nothing. And other relationships didn't learn nothing that's been together 25 years that have experienced this. And you made it seem like it was a smooth ride. No, it wasn't. And if you're going to talk about a relationship breaking up, talk about the real deal and the nitty gritty. Now, I can get on here and talk about being separated and a husband leaving or wife leaving. I can talk about that, because I've had that experience. But on social media, if you're going to get on there and speak your truth, man, come on with it. Now, come on with it. I've spent 12 minutes and I'm still wondering what really went on. Did you have an entanglement, or did you have a relationship? I mean, did you have a moment like Bill Clinton? Is that kind of entanglement? Was it just to you, just not a deep thing because it wasn't a relationship to you? You didn't call it that. A relationship is a deep thing. It is a relationship. And you didn't even give it that title. We don't know how many years it was. It's not our business. But if you make it our business, you might as well speak your truth. Jada, I love you. I love you, Will, for coming back together. But don't tell us the end of the story and forget the middle and the beginning. We got this. We can have it be a teaching moment, but make it a teaching moment after you have unpeeled the layers of the onion. Make it a teaching moment when you get through the layers and the fumes come up and you cry, because that's the kind of teaching moment it is. Because I know that this thing made somebody cry. I know it made somebody cry from the depths of their soul. And I know that even through the enjoyment of being with that person, when it stopped, I know that it had to affect you, Jada, deeper than that, because you lost the one you was with and you didn't have your husband. So let's talk about that. And I know, Will Smith, you said you didn't talk to her for a while, and that now you're the anchor person bringing her through this. That looking on your face, Will, you have some questions, and you guys ought to dig deeper. I'm just saying. I had to touch base on this because we need more of a teaching moment. If that's what you're trying to do, we need the beginning, the middle, and the end. Not just the end, not just part 3. I love y'all. I had to get on here. I had to wait till I got something for y'all. And let me tell you, I think that you will agree with me when you watch the video. And the video is on Facebook. I think it's on YouTube too, but I know definitely it's on Facebook. Gosh, guys, it was so good to see you guys. And I've been bogged down with work, but as soon as I get something, I drop the mic. after I've done it, and I'm out of here. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Take care. Hey, listen, check out that video and subscribe to my channel.